What happened? The day I told my wife we're going to sell everything we own and hop on a cruise ship and live full time, well, you're going to find out with me in this next video. Welcome to Not Your Average Cruise Channel, where the ordinary ends and the ocean begins. I'm Sean, and this is my wife Juanita, and after years of dreaming, planning, and wondering what if, we decided to do something a little crazy. We're selling our home, downsizing our lives, and trading square footage for the open seas. That's right, soon we'll be cruising full time. These pictures are the beginning of our story, the before moments, the foundation of the journey, and we're building from the ground up. From packing up memories to chasing new horizons to learning what it really takes to make the ocean our home. And we want you right here with us every step, every wave, every adventure. So subscribe, hop aboard, and join us as we turn a wild dream into an everyday reality. Welcome to the cruise, and welcome to Not Your Average Cruise Channel. Hello, fellow cruisers. Yes, it is that time. This is Sean from Not Your Average Cruise Channel, and I will tell you uh, one of the biggest things that I really like to do is cruise, and it's not just because the breakfast is prepared, even though that is a pretty good reason to cruise. It's also not because lunch and dinner are prepared, or that someone makes your bed every day, leaving nice little animals, or the beautiful view of the nice walking track above with a great view while you're walking. Okay, right. So all those things. I will say this: I love the cruise, and so I did tell my wife, yeah, let's sell everything. We're going to cruise full time. The funny part about that is it was almost over before it even started. So a few weeks after telling my wife, "Hey, I want to do this. Let's do this. Can we do this?" Um, I kept saying it pretty steadily for about a month, and so we had that discussion. And the first response was, "There's no way. There's just no way." So then I decided I had this great idea, and my idea was, how about get this? Thought I was smart. We'll just sell everything and move to the U.S. Virgin Islands. There's a nice condo down there. They're running between $300,000 and $500,000 to get a condo and just retire, relax on the beach, and watch the waves and have a really relaxing life. You know, decompress, no stress, just enjoy life. Yeah, that one didn't work either. But what it did was get her to come back to the idea of full time cruising. So we do have some benchmarks. We do have some things that we have to do to get to that point. And so that's what this channel is all about. It's about that journey. It's about us taking the steps. So step one did not work out. So that's one of the things that we're revising and getting ready to go at it again. And as I said previously, when you come in on the ground level of the channel, yeah, we're moving through and we're going to be getting information. And some videos will have some news and information. Some will have some nice tips. Some will have a tour of certain parts of the ship that we're on, because we're still going to cruise as we move to that level and ramp it up as we hit each benchmark of what we're supposed to do, so we can have a life on the ocean. But part of it is seeing the setbacks, and yeah, right now we're in a setback. It's pretty hard setback to swallow. Um, we have pretty intensive work that we do. I know mine is extremely intensive. Hers, she's got to be dialed in for 8 hours. I have to be dialed in for 12, 14, 16 hours some days. So we did not take care of step one, uh, either through fatigue or just the quickness of how fast this happens. Um, Step one was sell the house. And so we put our home on the market and it did not sell. We were fortunate. We had an offer within just a few days, about 50,000 less than what we had listed. And then the bottom dropped out of the market. So as that happened, the house lost about 125, $140,000 in value over this last year in terms of where homes in this area on this size this size lot, um, and it sits on at least an acre. So you got to have. So there's some things that go into the price and that number. So now we're revamping, and because the first phase did not happen. So what I have been able to do is get really good at what happens in steps 2, 3, and 4, so that we're ready to execute those within a matter of 2 weeks after. So we're getting ready. I mean, so you're catching this video now. We're getting ready to start our new ramp up to have this house listed again, and this time listed very price it aggressively. We're counting a little bit of market bounce back at coming up here, but also pricing aggressively so we can be agile with the price. And that is phase 1 for us. That's actually benchmark 1, getting the house sold, and then we're able to move into the next phase. The great thing about it is 2 of the 3 vehicles are good to go. So we're ready, and it was all inspired by us thinking at some point, um, you got to stop and enjoy what's out there in front of you, and part of what's out there, you see selling by me. I think about the people who are just awesome at uh, knowing just when to bring you content, and it's ready and available for you, but also the clarity of mind that once all that is gone, like the pressure of the day to day is gone, the pressure of the job is gone, and what you're focusing on is just the next minute and relaxing and taking in fresh air. So while yes, I said there'll be some highs and lows in the description on the channel. So we're in that point where we have to take a step back, revamp, and then launch forward. And yes, we're there. We're not deterred, because we're going to uh, um, but we're going to list the house again, but we're going to do some things differently, and then it'll be listed for sale again. And we know what the strategy we're going to use, and that is step 1. Um, but I would say to anyone who's out there, if you're thinking, hey, can we do this? Look at the previous videos. It can be done, right? So there's several different ways to get the offers. There's several different ways to make this work, to make this happen. And there's several different ways to make the budget work for you as well. Like there's some really, really good numbers behind not only just on cruise ships, but also blending in some living abroad and moving from place to place and just enjoying seeing the world for a bit, which allows your investments that you have back home to then compound and make some real growth in those investments. And you're actually, turns out, you're adding more money to your savings than you are taking away. Another key formula that we do have, should some things take a turn, is that we're no strangers to remote work. So we would just work remotely as well. So that's one of the things that we would do. But as of right now, yes, it was almost over before it started, because the house didn't sell and my wife wasn't 100% sold. I'm not sure how sold she is now, but I do believe that she believes that um, we found a magic formula for being able to have that life where you're just riding off into the sunset, and it's not one of those pipe dreams that involves, hey, we have to win the lottery. No, winning the lottery is not the means of escape. But how do you bounce back? This is how we bounce back. And I'm so glad you're on the channel, so you're able to see really how we go from a life with a large home, cars, material, lots of different things, to downsizing to a suitcase. Well, 2 suitcases in our case, but we will get it done, and that's what this channel is all about. We're going to learn together. We're going to grow together, and so glad you're with us. Stay tuned. In the next episode or different videos, you will see my wife join me here, and we'll be able to talk about a few things, and she'll answer questions as I ask her about cruising, what did she like, and just some of the drawbacks as well. So, not your average cruise channel. If you haven't checked out previous videos, please go take a look. because I talk about how you can get a cruise without having ever cruised before, just using an app on a phone and playing daily and getting points, get a free cruise. Also, in another video, I talk about your comp, that's URCOMPED, how you can take your free cruise offer that you may already have, send to them, and then they'll send you other cruise offers from other cruise lines that allow you to take even more free cruises. Remember, life is real short. You just need to cruise more.